Today, I want to talk with you about Earth-centric consciousness. And this is a consciousness that we talk about a lot at Starter Culture, that there's a basic shift that we're inviting people into to cultivate, to practice, which is a movement from human-centric to Earth-centric. Human-centric consciousness is a consciousness that's focused on what's the best for the human only, setting human apart from Earth, above most often from Earth, using Earth resources for our own comfort, our own beyond survival, really, our own addictive participation to the power over paradigm, to modernity. And so Earth-centric consciousness is a shift from that narrow focus of human exceptionalism, we could call it, species exceptionalism, that we're here to rule over or be better than or use all the other beings on this planet, to a consciousness that is embodied in heart, mind, body, spirit, emotion, as an experience of belonging to Earth community. And that our awareness, rather than being human-focused, includes the human, of course. It's not about not including the human needs, but it's a larger focus that tends to the entire web of life as best we can in each moment through time. So we're considering experiences and decisions and happenings from the past. We're considering needs of the present, and we're considering ways of moving forward into the future through the lens of Earth, what's best for all of us, or most of us, as possible, as many of us as possible, of all species, all beings. Considering the opinion and dream and consciousness of trees, for example, in forests, that where we cut them down. Sure, we are in that kind of a relationship of needing wood to build houses or have fire, but are we in conversation with the tree beings, when we do that? So it's a way of being in a relational field, a relational culture with all beings, all Earth's beings, and seeing ourselves as not separate from nature. Nature's not out there. We are nature. And so it's an invitation to participate in being nature, in being Earth community, and having an approach, an experiential approach to life that considers consciousness and needs and wishes and dreams of all beings. And there are very simple practices, very simple tools of how to shift from human-centric to Earth-centric. And we teach you those at Starter Culture, and especially through the fellowship, the 18-month fellowship. It's a deep dive into those practices and tools, so that by the end, we hope you will actually be living more and more in Earth-centric consciousness. And there'll be less of a need to shift from human to Earth-centric, but rather a resting in, a resourcing in, and an experience of yourself as a being amongst other beings who belong to Earth community. So that's Earth-centric consciousness, a little bit about what we mean when we use the words Earth-centric consciousness. And I look forward with my colleagues to teaching you some of the tools and practices for being in this kind of conversation, this really big conversation that is interspecies and intertime, tending the relational threads of past, present, and future with our more than human and other than human kin.